Freshman year, I was more like the smart kid in the back who's just answering questions until the teacher gets annoyed and then just sitting back and doing nothing. I didn't really like talking to people. I wasn't very social. I mean, I had friends, but it's not like I talked to them about anything. But then once I got into PGC, when we started, I was still like that, but I was coming more out of my shell. And then this year, it's been more like I'm more confident. I didn't know how to work with people that well, but once I got into PGC, it's kind of like I was forced to work with people, and I learned how, and in our group, they don't judge me for anything.
My maturity is is better because when I entered PGC, well, I like to fool around a lot, so I would take stuff for granted. I think like stuff will usually be like a joke.
We've had what I would call a guidance first, discipline second philosophy in terms of school governance, which kind of cuts across a lot of different elements in how a school can improve.
They meet on a daily basis, and once a week they have outreach with the 9th graders, and during the other school days we have a curriculum that we follow, and it's different activities which focus on social, emotional, academic goals, teaching them skills, life skills really, not just for high school but beyond.
I think the number one thing that our juniors get out of this program is confidence and also discovering who they are. Not all of them know that they're leaders when they come in, and so over the year it's really about seeing them grow to become leaders, and we see that both in their outreach but definitely in their academic classes as well.
It just gave me more and more opportunities, gave me more and more chances to be myself and explore new parts of myself that I didn't know of myself.
But then once I got into PGC, when we started, I was still like that, but I was coming more out of my shell. And then this year, it's been more like I'm more confident to talk to people, talk in class. Like whenever we do a presentation for PGC, I would be the one introducing it and talking more about it.
I have seen a difference in the kids, and mostly what I'm seeing in our class is, and it's pretty interesting, like the kids that have been kind of shy tend to break out of that shell a lot, and they really learn like patience and what it's like to be a leader through the program.
Kids will listen to kids, oftentimes more so than they'll listen to adults. It's not very often that 9th graders once a week get to spin off into groups of 10 where they get to connect with an 11th grader or 2 that are their peer leaders and discuss, the issues that are really important to them.
With one of my freshmen, he's sort of like my little brother. Like I look at him that way. So I will help him out with a lot of situations. For example, like when he has relationship problems, I'll help him with that. He has a lot of family issues, so those family issues, I help deal with it. I know a lot about him. It's challenging, but when you exit everything, it's the most, it's the best feeling for me. Being with my freshmen was the best part of the program.
You've seen kids who were shy or had something going on at home and there was never a space to talk about it. Maybe they didn't feel comfortable talking to an adult, to their teachers, to their guidance counselors, even if the support was there. They needed a peer. They needed somebody who they didn't feel intimidated by. Once that's solved, you then see a whole new child. A child who can focus.
In our group, they don't judge me for anything. Anything I join, they're supportive about it. They don't make fun of anything. And it just feels like more of a family inside of it.
I agree with that. Everybody, when I look at people in my group, everybody has grown closer together, ever since the retreat, as one of my peers said. And I'm able to rely on everybody else. Let's say I have an issue, I could run to them and tell them, oh, something's going on with me, I need your help, and they'll be there for me.
kids sometimes take the whole year before they're going to open up. And what I see with this program is that they feel safe quicker. And it really becomes like a family, and they really begin to talk about things that they might not have ever shared with anybody.
89% of my students come from low poverty, low income environments, high poverty environments, and poverty breeds dysfunction. And so our students have a lot of issues and problems, and it's nice for them to have a place once a week that they can talk about it with students that have been trained to help them.
With our population, oftentimes it's very hard for them to be open about some of their emotional struggles. And I think it's really powerful when the younger students have older students who have worked through their own emotional issues that can say, hey, here I am, I'm successful. One of the big things is this idea that all of the kids feel safe and they feel supported. And the only way to create that is to have the students support each other, because ultimately, the students really, I think, out of any group are the most powerful in creating or sustaining a positive school culture.
So, it all goes back to that, creating a safe emotional space. And until you have that, the academics almost doesn't even matter.
Now that we're ending our second year, going into our third year, that program is a foundational aspect of our school right now. It's one of the most popular programs that we have, and I couldn't imagine Central Park East without it.